Whether you hit the beach, you take a dip in the pool, or you head out for a summer vacation, chances are your gadgets are going with you. So here to save us from all the high-tech slips, spills, sand, and sun damage that summer has in store, that's a whole lot of S's, Top Tech Tools Square Trade CEO Steve Abernethy. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks very much for having me.
Thank you. Okay, what is the #1 summer gadget mishap?
Well, it doesn't matter the season. Being a klutz is a year-round sport.
Uh-oh.
And I've got a few things to show everyone.
Oh,
this can happen to all of you.
That is an iPad that is just smashed to smithereens. That makes me want to cry.
Yeah, so this is, let's face it, a lot of the devices we carry around to us today are small computers wrapped in glass, and it's not surprising that when you drop them, they end up looking like this.
Oh my gosh. So what is the #1 thing that you can do to protect your gadgets, whether it's an iPad or an e-reader or a laptop?
So what I brought along here are a few examples of cases. So cases are the most logical thing to protect. So
and the iPad, too, comes in this. Is this enough?
Well, this is this new smart cover, and it's good for scratches, but not good for a waist-high drop.
Don't you dare drop it.
So the owner of this one will be happy. So the good old-fashioned rubber sleeve, which protects the covers, will deal with most of it. But again, if you take the wrong fall, you're going to crack this big, nice, beautiful piece of glass. So the neoprene, the good old-fashioned full case, is the best way to go, and be careful poolside.
And cell phones also same. Be careful poolside. I know, gasp. I know, right?
So here's another example of an iPhone that also doesn't enjoy the concrete.
Oh, and so put it right here, and we'll let folks take a look at that. I know you and I were talking earlier. Everyone knows someone who has dropped one of these iPhones, and the glass is cracked to smithereens.
So very common incident. Something like 1 in 3 iPhones fail from a drop or spill. So again, the best thing to do is to get a sleeve.
Okay.
And they can come in all sizes, shapes, and form. Here's an example of a really affordable, just rubber device, and taking a bounce that will protect the majority of impacts.
Okay, keep them covered. What about your gadget takes a dip in the pool or falls out of your pocket into the lake when you're out jet skiing, or what
or you forget to take it out of your pocket when you jump into the pool.
I know somebody who did that. I know somebody who ran right into the ocean, phone in pocket.
We know a lot of them too. So this here is an example of what happens to a phone it gets wet.
What do you do? I know I'm standing back here. Oh, that's an iPhone 4.
Well, it's a good thing to gasp at, because getting a device fully submerged is almost a sure kiss of death. So let me give you a few pointers. First of all,
you just sacrificed that iPhone 4 for 7 lives.
It's all for you, all for you, audience.
And I appreciate it. Okay, so you fish it out.
So the first thing you want to do is, first, if at all possible, don't turn it on and turn it off immediately. And you want to dry it off as quick as possible.
Okay, so dry it off with a hairdryer.
Nope, that's actually the opposite of what you want to do. What a hairdryer does is blows water into the circuitry. So you want to suck out the water, get out a vacuum if you have one handy, and pull it out.
Yeah, people are cracking themselves up over there.
So you want to pad dry?
You want to suck out. No, exactly. That's not how you do it. You pat it down with a towel or with a vacuum cleaner.
And same thing goes with a laptop when you spill that margarita on it. You want to rip out the battery, put it upside down, dry it out.
Okay, all right. Or we have a bowl of rice here. The other thing you can do, stick it in a bowl of rice.
So step 1 is pat dry it, and then the second step is don't try to turn it on 30 minutes.
Okay.
Let it sit overnight in something that's going to suck the rest of the water out of it.
Like a bowl of rice, couscous, something like that. Or you have these little gel silica packs.
So those things you get in your shoe boxes or the soup or the electronics you buy, these things suck the water out of the air. But be careful, you don't use an old one, because they could fully absorb absorb the air. So you can buy these things at a retailer or Amazon for like $4 and keep them in a Ziploc bag for a unfortunate day.
And stick your iGadget in there, or your gadget in there with those. Okay, last but not least here, sunscreen, sand, things like that. Sun itself can damage your gadgets, right?
Lots of hazards out there you never even thought about. One of the biggest ones you don't think about is DEET. The DEET in insect repellent. If you ever get that on your watch, you'll know that it's incredibly corrosive. So you want to keep that away from the housing of your camera or anything plastic.
Little sunscreen right here.
The other simple trick is keep it in a separate bag from your cameras and devices, because it tends to ooze out when you're wandering along the beach or the forest.
Okay, so if you get sunscreen, this just happened to me a couple of weeks ago. You get sunscreen on your hands, you get it all over your e-reader.
Yep. So sunscreen can actually also discolor things. So first of all, you want to wipe that off right away because there's silver oxide in there. But being a father of 2 daughters, I tend to have baby wipes with me. But it's nice to carry around a small bag if you don't have kids. Because you want to wipe your hands before you touch that, because back to the e-readers and cell phones, you've got big glass surfaces and they smudge really quickly.
And Ziploc bags, another must-have. Put all your gadgets in there, even if they come in their own pouch.
Bring the gallon size. They'll always be used.
Okay, and your company does third-party warranties. When do you need to get a warranty on one of your gadgets?
Well, any mobile device now makes sense to carry, to get a warranty on, because we drop and spill and get sand in just about anything now. So we've created an alternative to what is often pushed and overpriced in stores to make affordable protection. Okay,
Steve Abernethy, Square Trade. Is that right?
That's
I got
right.
that all right? Thank you so much. There are just no excuses to ruin some of these great gadgets.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm a little sick about that iPad, I gotta say.